I was talking to one of my best friends in college on the phone, and we were just catching up because we hadn't spoken in quite a few months. And she's telling me about what's going on in her life as far as, engagement, moving out, all that stuff. I'm telling her about my life as far as the books I've been reading and how I've been hitting the gym more and how I got a new job and all this stuff. And towards the end of the conversation, she asked me a question that made me burst out laughing, but also made me reflect. She said, Faith, what do you do for entertainment? But do you ever just watch TV? What do you do? Because it seems like all you do is grow. Do you do anything that's not productive? And I laughed because it was interesting that she didn't see that as fun. She didn't see that as entertainment. That she thought entertainment is more so doing fun things like watching TV, being on your phone, playing the game. And those things are definitely fun. I'm not saying I never do that. I'm not saying I never scroll on my phone. I never watch TV. I do. Every now and again. I feel like I do that 10% of the time. But 90% of my life is just me learning, growing, being productive. But that's fun to me, right? It is so second nature to think that fun has to be entertainment. And it can't be anything connected to growth, connection. I got to sneeze. I'm sorry. I'm saying, it is so second nature to think that if we're doing something for ourselves, it's not fun. But if we're just passively doing something that's meant to stimulate us, that's fun. It's not strange. And I was in that boat too. I used to watch videos of people who were productive because I wasn't born this way. I mean, I got started on self-improvement 5 years ago. But at the time when I wasn't, I was like, how do they, what do they do? When do they have time to play Skyrim, Minecraft? When do they have the time to smoke and then drink with your friends? When do they have time to do that? Because it just seems like all they're trying to do is grow. But I was missing the point. They weren't doing that stuff because they found out the other things that most people don't do is really fun. And honestly, if you want to do big things in life, you're definitely going to have to redefine what the definition of entertainment is. What do you find fun? And this is something I've been thinking so deeply on after we had that conversation. Because I'm like, why do we automatically assume entertainment is passive? I entertain myself writing. I entertain myself making these videos. I entertain myself going out and seeing my grandparents and sitting with them for an hour or two and just talking with them. I entertain myself going on long walks in silence. That is entertaining to me. And I just want to ask you, how do you entertain yourself? And what does that say about you? Because if you only find entertainment in the passive things, that means you're going to go do this life passively. You're going to go do this life always thinking about what you want to achieve and the big goals you want to do and the dreams and all that. And you're not going to work on it because those things aren't fun to you. You see what I'm trying to get at? It's not fun to you. So why would you want to do it? You don't see it as fun. You see it as a chore. You see it as work. You see it as demanding. And when you see something as a chore, as demanding, what do? You don't do them. You don't do, nobody wants to do chores. Why? Because you say chore. It's not fun. It's not pleasurable. So we're going to push it off until we have to do it. The only problem is you can push off your dreams forever because you don't have to do it. You don't. So again, what do you find entertaining? And think about what that says about how your life is going to unfold. When I only saw watching TV, being on my phone, binging, playing the game as fun, I wasn't doing half of what I was doing now. And I didn't feel accomplished. I would go to bed feeling like a loser. And I would have all these ideas of things I want to do. I've always had ideas that I wanted to do this, that, and third. Like, that was nothing different, nothing new. But when it came down to doing it, I wouldn't, because it seemed boring to me. But now that I can literally go for a walk for an hour, I gotta sneeze again. Oh my God, come on. It went away. And it's got that burning residue, like it's, take my nose off. But anyway, but when I switched over to finding walking as fun, talking to this camera as fun, talking to you as fun, reading as fun, working out as fun, making time to hang out with my fans as fun. Which, I mean, that should be a given. And I mean, let's say hang out, I mean more than just like hanging out to drink or smoke. You know, like doing actual things, like going out for a walk with them as fun. Practicing hobbies. I mean, I can juggle. I've got a yo-yo. And I'm thinking about getting a piano, because I want to learn the piano. But when I found that stuff as fun, I also found working on my business fun. I found improving myself fun. Because all the things that I find entertaining now, they're low stimulating. They don't require like massive amounts of like you know how on TikTok is so stimulating. Like, it's so many cuts and all this music and text and all these things popping up on the screen, and then you scroll and there's another video. It's constant. There's so much stimulation to your brain. And so now when you think about all these other things that you want to do, like, oh, I want to get to the gym, oh, I want to read, oh, I want to do this, that, and third, it's not fast. And that's the problem. You think entertainment has to be fast. I'm telling you, entertainment can and should be slow. Because think about what our ancestors 100,000 years ago were doing. Did they have phones? No. They have technology like, you know, TV, game, none of that stuff. They didn't. So what did they do? Low stimulating things. So it's within us to enjoy that stuff, but we have to reconnect with that. And the moment you can start doing things that people think is boring, that is when you're going to succeed in life. I promise you, that is when you're going to succeed. Because in this day and age, no one's doing the boring things like self-reflecting, reading, working on themselves, growing, getting a hobby, getting different hobbies outside their phones, working on something they're passionate about. Most people just wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, and repeat. And on the weekends, party. But that's not what you want, is it? You want to achieve something great. For me, it has always been financial freedom. For you, it might be something else. But regardless, you know what that is. Well, the first step to getting there, if you haven't even started, is redefining what you find as fun. Because you got to find the work that will get you closer to your dreams as fun. And the things that most people find as fun, as like mid. Because honestly, here's the crazy thing. Me and my friends are playing Roblox, and I'm about to end this up. But we were playing Roblox one day, and this was the game I used to love. It was so fun. And they were having so much fun on it. And you know, it was nice being around them and playing with them. But after like 30 minutes, I got bored. And I found myself wanting to read a book. That is when you know you're in the 1%. And then reality will do what it needs to do as time passes to catch up to your mindset, to who you are. But when you find things that are normally entertaining, boring, that is when you have crossed over from the average to the highly successful people, and your reality will play catch up to make that like your reality. I know I said that so bad, like I framed that so bad, but hopefully you got my point. Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. I will say, if you got to end this video, you like what I said, you're resonating with it, and you want to make a change and get your life together, don't worry. I have a starter kit made just for that, to get your life together. It'll take you through all the steps you need. It's in the first link in my description. If you don't need it, don't worry about it. If you want it, it's there for you. I just want you to know, regardless, you've got this, okay? You can achieve whatever you want, literally. And the more you keep watching these videos, and the more I keep talking that into you, the more it'll become something that's deep in your subconscious, and then that's going to change everything, all right? I'll see you for the next video.